In today's video, we are about to dive into the wild, wacky, and occasionally, why though, world of Africa's strongest militaries. This isn't just a list, it's a roast session with a side of firepower. We'll count tanks, mock budgets, and ask the hard-hitting questions, like, could this country win a war against a moderately angry goat? From Egypt, we bought the entire F-16 catalog. To Nigeria's, we ordered jets but forgot the spare parts saga. This is Africa flexing, sometimes impressively, sometimes like a dad at a barbecue showing off his guns. Some of these nations have cutting-edge tech, others have sheer numbers, and a few are just out here vibing with whatever Soviet-era gear hasn't rusted yet. Egypt. Egypt doesn't just have a military. It has a military-industrial complex that will make anyone blush. They co-produce weapons with the US, France, and Russia, which is like getting McDonald's, Burger King, and KFC all cooking in your kitchen. The result? A domestic arm industry that churns out everything from rifles to naval ships. Egypt stands at Africa's premier military power, holding the 15th position globally. They have approximately 450,000 active personnel, because why not? Complemented by a vast array of equipment, including over 4,000 tanks, for when you really hate sand. And a diverse fleet of aircrafts such as F-16s, Rafales, and Apaches. With all this military equipment, Egypt has a very easy way to bankrupt their neighbors in just one easy step. Now, could they win a war? Against who? The Mediterranean? They've got enough gear to invade a moon. Anyway, but let's be real. The biggest enemy is traffic in Cairo. Algeria. They've got Russian air defenses, a navy that's technically impressive, and a bigger budget than their GDP. But ask yourself, have they ever won a war? I mean, I'm asking for a friend. Algeria commands the 25th spot globally, with a defense budget of 21 billion in 2025. Algeria leads Africa in military spending, because who needs coal when you've got missiles? Their navy's fleet comprises of 213 vessels, including submarines, and is supported by 30 helicopters and maritime patrol aircraft, mostly to remind Morocco they exist. Now, could they win a war? It depends. Against pirates? Sure. Against boredom? Unlikely. South Africa. South Africa's military is like that retired athlete who still talks about their old glory days. They've got the tech, the training, and the best camouflage on the continent. Ranked 33rd globally, South Africa's military is renowned for its technical sophistication and highly trained personnel. The South African National Defence Force, SANDF, comprises approximately 75,000 professional soldiers as of 2025, but half of them are on strike. Now, the good thing about South Africa's defense industry is that they make their own tanks, when the power is on. Now, could they win a war? If the power supplier doesn't cut power mid-battle, maybe. Kenya. Kenya's military is like that one kid in the gym class who's not the biggest but will outrun you. They've been holding it down in Somalia, and their counter-terrorism game is strong. But let's be honest, their biggest threat is Nairobi traffic and, of course, corruption. Kenya is ranked 89th globally with its military, the Kenya Defense Forces, recognized for professionalism and active engagement in regional security. The Kenya Defense Forces comprises of 24,000 active personnel with a balanced composition of Army, Navy, and their Air Force unit. Could they win a war against Al-Shabaab? Of course. Against potholes? I don't think so. Nigeria. Nigeria's military is theoretically strong. In practice, well, let's just say their procurement process is creative. They've got numbers, but half their gear is held together by sheer prayers and duct tape. Nigeria holds the 39th spot globally, a slight decline from previous years, but they're falling faster than their naira currency. Despite this, Nigeria maintains a substantial force of 200,000 active troops, because Boko Haram won't quit. Nigeria is set to acquire 24 fighter jets, which they hope to arrive, before 2050. Now, could they win a war against Boko Haram? Eventually. Against corruption? Never. Morocco. Morocco is quietly becoming the tech-savvy kid in class. They're building drones with Israel, which is either genius or extremely awkward at family reunions. Morocco has ascended to the 59th position globally, reflecting its ongoing effort to enhance military capabilities. Morocco had a defense budget of approximately $13 billion in 2025, which is mostly for spying on Algeria. Morocco's collaboration with Israel is to establish a production plant for military drones, because why talk to your neighbors when you can surveil on them? Now, could they win a war against Algeria? In their dreams. Which African military do you think is the best? Leave a comment down there, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.